James.S Millionaire by 30. Well, I am going to be using this pretty much as an online journal so that I have somewhere where I can get some feedback on what I do. I will edit this post in a little while with my background and why it is so important to me. 14 or 1 or 11 got my dad to buy the book. Didn't have a credit card greater than _less than I have already devoured it, but am rereading it. Though it was well written and I am looking for those aha moments that exist. 16 or 3 or 11 finally doing something amused. Took ages to get off my BFA and do something, but now I am. Here is my ideal plan. My goal amount of money needed $4K a month, $500 free, $50K, 1 investment property, 1K passive per month, 19 years, 31 or 12. In addition to attempting to complete as many freelance jobs as possible. James.S 17 or 3 or 11. So what am I planning to do today? Well, once I have gotten home and finished my homework, I plan to do a bit of research on generating ideas and IP. I have 2 invention ideas, not revolutionary but perhaps useful. Need to find if there is a market for them so I can perhaps get a prototype ready. Apart from that, I need to gather some extra money, probably seeing if I can borrow from some friends about $25 so I can print 250 pamphlets. Then I need to cut them and finally post them. I wonder what my conversion rate will be? Interesting. I am very excited. My why is going to drive me until completion. How are you planning on going from having 7.5K liquid funds at 19 to having 50K just a year later at 20? Kudos for posting the plan though. Need to do something like this myself. Dunno yet. It's 50K of assets. I have some business ideas, and I think I can do it. It's a stretch aiming for the stars, but at the very least I will land on the moon, which is why I said this was my ideal XT. Thanks for posting. James.S Multimillionaire by 30 is making money just based off of the couple invention ideas. Or did I miss something? No, I have some business ideas that I am going to explore. I have to see if there is a market. If there is, the ideas I have could be quite profitable. 20 or 3 or 11. I think I have found out the money formula. Wealth equals perceived value of a product impact time. So for example, 10 times 1,000 people 50 days equals 500K. Maybe it is not. If it isn't, oh well, but if it is, I am also going to be writing my day-by-day plan. I plan to read about 52 books, 1 a week. Could probably read more, but for the sake of simplicity I intend to write down my goals for the next 365 days that will correspond with what is above, and I will do something each and every day to achieve them. The very least I am willing to accept is that by my 30th birthday I will have $1 mil. I hope to keep everyone informed on my progress. The shotgun blast approach you are taking can lead to you putting way too many irons in the fire and ultimately lead you to end up with nothing. I would suggest you chasing A until you have an opportunity for A. The difference between an and an opportunity is that an opportunity draws cash to itself. Once you figure out your business model, read your model and plan accordingly, you can worry about quantitative analysis, cash flow origination, and improving performance. Not trying to single you out, but far too many threads on the fast lane in the goals or plans subforum are becoming more focused on personal wealth dream numbers rather than valuable idea origination or discussion and planning. James, I wish you Godspeed. I know you can do it. Go James, go James, go James. At G_Alexander, I understand what you are saying. I am choosing that number so I know once I have gotten that I can consider myself successful. I am learning about business, but I am willing to put my butt on the line to learn everything and anything at all. And I choose to become an expert in creating profitable businesses. I don't quite know yet how I am going to do it, but I feel I will. At AKI77, thanks man. I wish you luck on your journey as well. We'll be posting updates every now and then. James, it is very possible. I saw a story on Montel about a guy called Efren. Became a millionaire by age 17. You can look him up for some inspiration. Thanks man. I am really wanting this. My desire is to live a better life than what I currently have, but also to create a program called the Greater Western Sydney Project. So far I have been reading and listening to some programs, and I am trying to get my stick together and actually move forward. I am hopefully having an opportunity to create some capital soon, although it is not what I really want to be doing. Money is money, and this will certainly help me get started with my business ideas, the internet ones. Hi James, most ideas that might be profitable are dead in the water. Here's an instant success test. Am I selling what people buy? If the answer is no, then your idea has a 99% chance of tanking. Very simple. Chris Source, I've built and marketed over 200 sites in many different markets. I know what it's like to make $200 a month, and I know what it's like to pull down 5 to 6 figures a month. Marketing breakthroughs and new ideas produced little, if any, results. Selling really basic, quality stuff that people buy in droves. Now that has been life-changing. Thanks for that Chris. Now for an update: 21 or 4 or 11. I just printed 250 sheets of paper that turns into 500 flyers. I now owe my dad some money. I have no idea what the conversion rate will be for direct marketing, but I am hoping for 10%, though realistically expecting a 1% conversion. I am finally doing something. I was inspired to actually do something as I had gone to a young entrepreneur meeting in Sydney and meet some really cool people who are doing something with their life. I am certainly going to emulate their success. A 3% return from an unsolicited mailing for a wanted product or service is considered good. The conventional wisdom is that you could take that return up to about 5% with follow-up calls. An associate called me today to tell me he's getting a whopping 10% return from a current campaign involving both a direct mailing and an email sent to current and potential customers. Whatever happens, don't let the numbers get you down while you're figuring this out. However, reading up on direct mail and marketing could save you a lot of time and money. Best wishes for great success. Thanks man. Hoping for the best, but hope without action is just that. Hope. You're only 18, so I would move that goal from 30 years old to 24 years old. You can do it. You have the fast lane mindset already. Now move over to the even faster lane. Love the avatar there, G_Alexander. Always loved that color. Carry on. Hijack over. The reason I set it to 30 is because I have given myself enough breathing room. I still want to go to uni and do other things, but I also want to become a millionaire. If I found that idea that could make millions, then certainly, the goal would be changed from 30 to 24-ish. Thanks for the inspiration though, it is appreciated. 24 or 4 or 11. Today I thought up of some fast lane ideas, ones that abide by all the laws of, and I cannot wait until I can do something with them. At the moment I am trying to save up as much money as I can at the moment. I work weekends and unfortunately I am only making about $40 or so altogether for about 8 hours work. It's on a customer basis, but I may even be able to start my own stall doing this thing I am doing. I would much rather not post it on the forum because of negativity surrounding what I do, but if you really want to know, PM me and I can tell you. That's totally possible. Just focus, and consistently providing the right customers, the right product. Go for JRWS. Should be fun to watch. Well, not quite the response I was hoping for, but it's going to get better. Didn't manage to deliver all 1,000 but did about 600-ish so far. Have 2 responses. Waiting eagerly for more. Going to post the rest tomorrow after my job, I think. Trying to come up with some ideas for my website. Unfortunately, I was trying to use Google AdWords and my account was suspended for some landing page policy stuff. I don't own the website, could see nothing misleading about my advert, and will not be told what is misleading. I have contacted the site I was doing some affiliate work for, but they haven't responded yet. My new top goal, to become the world's first trillionaire. It's very audacious and going to be very interesting. Even if I was only able to achieve 0.01% of that, I think I would be happy. I think this is my most audacious goal ever. Honestly, I don't even know if it's possible. All I know is that I want it. Really badly. Wow. Just reread my entire thread and realized how much I have grown from when I started posting it. My bag is still to be the world's first trillionaire, because as I see it, it is the 4-minute mile of money. Well, I am going to start small and then scale quickly. Once I have finished assimilating some information from the library books, I will write down my 30-day plan to make $100 a month. This will then go to $100 a week and finally $100 a day. I know I could make more, but I want to go for that. And then from there I am simply going to repeat the formula until I have $3,000 plus income per day, which means I have $1 million. I have reassessed my goals a little bit, and want to have my first million by the time I am 21. It's not far off, as I am nearly 19 now, but you only live once, and even if I don't achieve that goal, then at least, I am going to do the best I can and learn from the mistakes. Bottom line is I want to achieve my bag by the time I am 60 years old. One of the skill sets that I realize I am going to need is to become a master at time management. Because, I still want to be able to have fun and do things outside of money and wealth creation. So, I am currently searching on as much info on how to become a time management master. Even if nobody reads this, I am posting this for myself, so future James, when you look back at this in 90-ish days time, these were the stats: no job, on dole at $114.70 per fortnight, about $50 in saving, no skills except for my PHP and nth was 60. So, when you look at this Jimmy Jam, know that success is what you make. I know how it felt tonight when I reread what I had written, all the encouragement I received. Know that what you set your mind to, you can achieve. Also, when you read this, slip me an extra $50 XD, that way I can get started quicker. Jamesy boy. You better hurry. That's $33.5 million every day until you're 100 years old. Lol, I plan to get it by the time I am 60. I am going to grow exponentially, and as I said, it's a bag, no guarantee, but at least it's something to work towards. I guess someone should tell you this while you are only 17 so that you will be different when you are 18. Your posts don't have any substance. They are full of crazy goals and dollar signs. Please take a look back at your posts and see that they are just fluff and numbers. If you really want to look back and see if you progressed in 2011, tell us what you actually did and what you learned, so that 2012 will be something different other than changing the numbers, age, year and dollar amounts around again. What have you done from May to November this year? Thanks for that, Kenrick. Maybe if JRWS had heeded my advice back in March in this very thread, he would be posting about a small first milestone he had accomplished by now. Instead, not only has JRWS failed to make any progress on his first weekly planned dollar value goal, but he is now revising his wealth attainment numbers tenfold with zero prior success and no future venture plan. I told you to think about how you can actually create value rather than dreaming about your JRWS. You will never achieve it at the rate you are going. Go back and read my post to you. Think about your value creation plan. Save your cash and jump up and take action at even the smallest opportunity. Come back in here and post something that you have instead of these level of wealth attainment threads. You will get a much more constructive and productive fast lane experience if you just open your eyes, in this case, and listen to the people who are more experienced than you are. Thanks for the advice, but I have actually achieved a lot. I may not be in monetary value, but a lot nonetheless. I think the issue is here that although you may think I am not doing anything, that I am simply a hopeless dreamer looking at only dollar figures, I am not. Those dollar figures are to help me concentrate upon my goal. I am not doing this to look fancy, I am not doing this to impress, I am writing this diary for myself. It is easier to post here than to write a blog, simply because I will remember this place, always. If you prefer, I can take my goals and enthusiasm somewhere else. I don't have an issue. I am sorry if this appears rude in any way, shape or form, it is simply my belief. The future, as I have learnt through exploration, is what you make of it. You may have an ultimate destiny, how you reach that however is up to you. I will oblige you and reread your posts, and determine if they make any more sense to me now. Thank you for being hard, when I need it. I really am grateful, although it may not come across like that. I have learnt that people who actually care about others, don't give a rat's about what they think of that person giving the advice, but rather state bluntly and without any sugar coating, what needs to be done. So thank you for that, James. James, while you say that you have achieved a lot, your restating of goals does not say the same. Here is why. Let's say that I've never played basketball in my life. I write that my goal is to become a 60% three-point shooter in just pickup games. Then 8 months later I say that my goal is now to become a 75% three-point shooter. To anyone who plays basketball, they know how hard it would be to become a 60% three-point shooter. They would probably never up their goal to hit 75% because after 8 months of trying they could still be at 40%. However, someone who had never gone out to even try to hit 60% from 3 would haphazardly increase their goal to 75% because they haven't even tried to hit a 3 yet. BTW, your post does not appear rude at all. We all welcome your responses. I would invite you to post what you have learned. It's not because we deserve to even know about it, but by you sitting down and actually writing it, it will force you to think about what you have learned. Sometimes we can be learning the wrong things or just think that we are learning. Usually the empty goals on this and other forums are just that. But there is something about the audacity of $1 trillion in net worth that is admirable in my view. I have never heard anyone, ever, state this goal. And remember, the guy is 18 years old. Many here didn't start thinking in terms of wealth and goals until their late 20s or 30s or later. And as a matter of fact, with inflation there is a real chance that the person who will become the first trillionaire is alive today. The word trillionaire comes up in spell check, proving that it is indeed the 4-minute mile of wealth. I like your goal. Now let's get to work and make it happen, and listen to the peeps in this thread who are pushing you to take actionable steps. From about May to now I have learnt more about myself than I thought possible. I have evolved as a person because instead of just sitting down and doing nothing, I have actually gotten off of my butt and knocked on doors, and been knocked back. Anyway, I know who I truly am. I mean, I still have a lot to discover, but I don't doubt myself or my abilities one bit. I may not have a lot of physical evidence to show for it, but mentally I have been preparing myself for a vast amount of wealth. Someone named Jamie McIntyre, who is a mentor and a famous multimillionaire in Oz, whom I have met, shook hands with and told him I would be in his peer group within 5 years. XD says this: your financial situation will never exceed your financial intelligence. I don't believe he said it first, of course, but it's something that has stuck with me. I may not be worldly yet, but I have the confidence and enthusiasm. I have changed my goals multiple times due to the fact that there have been changing circumstances, for the better. I have the opportunity to earn about 50k, 150k in my first year at a brokerage job I have found, and the business owner has offered to mentor me on how a business is run, as I have already expressed to him that I don't want to work for someone else all my life, but rather have my own business. He has congratulated me on my honesty. Furthermore, I am learning as much as I possibly can about anything to do with business, and although I don't have a lot of money, I am actually taking action, not just going to seminars and reading books, but doing something with that knowledge. As I have said, not a hell of a lot of results to show for it, except that my mental state has improved exponentially and I have grown so much within such a short amount of time. Please don't get me wrong, I am not challenging you in any way, shape or form, but I wish to know, and this is without any rudeness at all, although difficult to project through text. What gives you the right to give advice? What experiences have you had that enable you to know about the things you state? What have been your successes and failures? One of the major things I have learned is fail fast, and fail often. Again, I am sorry if my first question appears to be rude, it is not meant to, I just simply want to know why you can give advice. What gives you the right? For example, if MJ had said the same things as you have, he obviously has experience to back it up. I hope I haven't offended you or miscommunicated in any way. It is my sincere wish to actually learn from people who know what they are talking about. And I believe that you may, but I don't actually know. Anyway, thank you for actually taking the time to care about an 18-year-old who keeps changing ambitions and is undecided on many things, except for the impossible. I wish you the best on any future endeavors, James. Hi James. The fact that your circumstances are changing shouldn't change your goals unless you have surpassed them already. Just because you might make $150,000 this year doesn't mean much unless you actually make $150,000. You may have read a lot and learned a lot, but without actually doing anything it's pointless. I am giving you this advice because I see so many people who talk the big talk. I personally don't talk big, but when I set goals I work to achieve them. I would not set a goal without a plan because then it's just meaningless talk. But the bigger point is that I try to achieve goals and I stick with them. For example, back in March this year, the goal I made was to purchase a Ferrari by the end of the year. To achieve this goal I had to increase my revenue by a certain amount and the Ferrari was my reward. This was my motivation for the year and I was able to buy the Ferrari last month. It's in my avatar. When I set the goal, I had a decent plan in mind on how to achieve it and then I did it. Many people set a goal and give up within the next week. They don't even take step one. The reason I'm on your case in this thread is because you do come back and update it, which is great, but you are not doing. You say that you are learning, but reading books all day doesn't get you anywhere. You can't fail if you haven't done anything, so how do you fail fast and fail often? Sure, you can do it, but that is all you will ever have in life. Money. Say goodbye to family, friends, loved ones and everything else. You might as well not even eat because you won't have time for that either. All you will have time to do is sit in an office for about 18 hours a day, 365 until you're about 90 years old. Your goal is actually pretty pathetic and comes from you being an 18-year-old with little understanding of how things work. Go look at Felix Dennis. He said something very telling about making billions. There is a cost. A huge cost. If money is the only thing in life, it might be worth it. But it better be your only thing at $1 billion plus. You might be surprised at how comfortable you can be with just a few million. Really, it's about what are you going to do with it? Really, heck, even Bill Gates couldn't spend it all in his lifetime. So he is giving half away. Indeed, well, considering ATM I don't have any friends, I got that down okay, but I wish people would understand the reason I have set the bar so high is because I want to be able to push myself to the highest limits. Yes, I understand you may think I will burn out, but I am not stupid. I am not simply going to be working, as you say, for 18 hours a day. Rather, I will work for as long as necessary in the beginning to get the systems set up. I am actually a very spiritual person, and always find time, no matter what I am doing, to be with my family, and to meditate and ponder. Thanks for the concern though, James. Do you live on your own, pay your own bills, and have a job or some kind of income source? Because the real world is a bitch. I had so many bags, extreme goals, elaborate charts or schemes or whatever you want to call them. These things are ultimately irrelevant when you get out of the house and try to make it on your own. Start by figuring out how to make $1 outside of a job and using your time. If you can do that, then go to $10, etc. Going from $0, $1 and then fusing random numbers into charts or graphs is going to get you nowhere. I know you think you know everything. I've been there, done that. A few of the most successful people on this entire forum have given you great advice that you have pretty much shrugged off. Why? Because you know better, right? You know more about business or life than the guy that just bought a Ferrari. See the car in his avatar? That's his, not just some stupid picture wannabes and dreamers put up, another one who is a serial entrepreneur or consultant, and a person who bought their first rental property at age 19. Sure you do. I'd wish you good luck, but you don't need it, because golly gee, you've probably read hundreds of self-help or business books, so you are pretty much guaranteed to make $1 trillion by age 60. You may not be stupid, but you are certainly naive. We've all been there. You'll come around eventually. Awesome thread. I completely agree with Bioface. When we set goals, we really need to stick with them. And when we set the goals, we need to have a plan on how to achieve the goal. I have been trying to start a green company lately, and my goal is to keep pushing toward getting that company launched, and putting effort into that every single day. However, sometimes I feel tired or lazy and so I stop for a day or two, but I still continue to push toward my goal after my days of resting. But my problem is that I tend to not focus enough on what I am supposed to do, and I start looking at green news to postpone my action. So we really do need to persevere and keep on pushing when the going gets tough. I don't quite understand what people don't seem to get something here. I am only aiming for $1 trillion. There is no guarantee. If I was able to get 0.001% of that, I'd be happy. I don't know how else to explain it. I am simply saying it is a goal that is supposed to be near impossible. I don't need all that money, because I would give it all away anyway, but it is simply a goal. You may think that I am not listening at all. Fine, believe that then. You may think I am an idiot, or naive. Fine, believe that then. The point is, I am not here to debate what my goal is. I know it is really far out there. I know you would think I am going to be disappointed if I cannot do such things. But I won't, as I am doing this for far more than money. I am doing this for my family. I may not be as successful as everyone here, who got a Ferrari by making it their goal, or buying my first rental at 19. But I don't care, that's them, not me. I wish them the best of luck and congratulate them on their success. I will have my own, and when I do, it is going to be a good story. I haven't given up, and I certainly won't. I don't know how I can let you guys understand this. I do appreciate the responses. I welcome any criticism, as long as they take my rebuttal in return. You have all had a lot more experience than me, and for that, I am willing to learn from you, and your mistakes as well as your successes. I am not claiming anything, that I am brilliant, that I know everything. Theory is just theory until you put it into practice. Please understand that I am not saying that you are wrong, or right, nor do I believe that I am 100% correct. But you need to understand that I am not stupid. Money is only an energy, and an amplifier of who you are. It doesn't bring happiness as such, although it can help. Money to me is not the be-all and end-all, rather it is the journey of the goal. I can't make it much clearer than that. James. Well, I start the brokerage job tomorrow, just started a transfer of $40 so I can get Oreba and a new domain name. Transfer takes around 5 days-ish, meaning I have that much time to get an idea together. Already have a few, might need to customize. If all goes well, then it will be up in about 6 days' time, one day after transfer, and I will have everything set up to get started on making some money. My first goal is to make $1 or more from this idea, as I have made some money from Fiverr before, so it's not exactly my first dollar online. Once I have made my first $1, then I am aiming to make enough money to cover costs, or Oreba $19 p or m, hosting $5 p or m, domain name $10 p or y, so in all I need to make about $50 to cover costs, and a bit more. Once that is done, next plan is to make $10 p or d consistently, then $100 p or w, $100 p or d, $1,000 p or w. I am going to record everything I do, successful or not, in my Mitum diary. Once I am able to reach the 1,000 p or w, I simply replicate it, and then see if I can't expand business into other things. Find that fast lane need, and go for it. These goals are a lot more manageable than the $1 trillion, although that is still the end in mind. James, how's the job going? Not too bad. I am planning my business on the side because I am now being charged rent, etc., and I need to income. I have learned quite a lot from this business, but if I don't learn any more from it, then I am leaving to work for a friend who is willing to be my mentor, and has been in business for 20 years. I am also going to do a reassessment of what I want, and how I am going to get it. The ultimate goal still does not change, but I want to know my roadmap of how I am going to get there. Thanks for asking though. And I apologize for being such a dick before. Immaturity does that. I have grown quite a lot in only 2 months. What with my responsibilities, and I am going to reread all the posts that people have said and see if from this now more mature, not the greatest, as I am still very much a kid, understanding and make heads and tails of what the message is. I hope all is well for you, wishing you the best of health, James.